It's time to play the game. It's time to play the game! Fucking get it to fucking go. Jesus Christ. The Great Ace Attorney Chronicles! You already know we need to select our adventure. Because we are not playing the Great Ace Attorney Chronicles. We are playing the Great Ace Attorney 2! Resolve! Look at the way the music shifts! Throw this garbage in my bed! Throw this garbage in my bed! No game! So I've never played before. I've actually never touched this one ever in my whole life. Actually. I know nothing about this other than what they teased at the end. I do not intend to use any walkthroughs. That's a big ass bonsai tree. It's a little
standing here in the bright sunshine.
I forgot
looking out over the vast ocean.
I forgot they gave them
Those
voice
days
acting.
in London.
So she
seem
sounds
like a
like
dream.
this, bruv.
But I do miss my time in England's vast capital.
What does she sound like that? That's not the Susato voice I give her.
You know, he's flourished into a truly wonderful lawyer.
So is there a time skip? Is that what I'm picking up? This looks different. Like,
I've
that
no
looks the
doubt
same.
that at this very moment, he's fighting some noble cause in court.
Yeah, probably. I don't think we did that, though. I think we were always, like, on some bullshit. So this is her dad, right?
Forgive me for taking so long to come to visit you.
Yeah. I wasn't gonna drink any more
My life has
water.
been such a whirlwind since I returned.
Cause, like, unrelated. It's probably, like, picking
And
up
no
like
one
crazy.
could
Hold on.
have predicted.
Let me turn it down so the
What has
echo's not
happened?
terrible.
Just 2 months after arriving home.
I peed so much and my nighttime weight was like really close to my daytime weight, my morning weight. So I was like, bet. You know what I mean? If I sleep, it'll be even lower tomorrow. And then I was like, it's
So I came
I'm
here today
thirsty.
to ask something of you. Tomorrow, I shall be standing in court. For the only time in my life.
I'm so confused.
As a lawyer.
As a lawyer? What? The fuck are you talking about? Just making shit up? That's the girl from the other one, right?
So please,
Yeah?
I ask for your guidance.
Right? That's her dad, right?
Kazuma-sama.
Kazuma? Why is Kazuma buried on an island? Did they like just, you know, like they were on the ship and like, his body stinks. Ugh. Episode 1. The Adventure of the Blossoming Attorney. Okay, this looks fucking cool. So we're back in Japan. 13th of August, 8:26 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature, Defendant's Antechamber. What the fucking click? You shitting me?
Here I am again after 9 months, the Supreme Court of Judicature of Japan. I feel so nervous, but I must steel my nerves and find a way to compose myself.
That's what she sounds like, so. That's her dad, yeah.
Oh, good, you're here. It doesn't do for a lawyer to be late.
Oh yes, good morning, sir.
I hardly recognize you. You cut a fine figure, counsel. But you look white as a sheet, and those wide eyes aren't doing you any favors either.
Oh dear. The truth is, I'm so incredibly nervous, I feel utterly nauseated. I almost wish that I'd never been born.
Goodness! Not the sort of thing a father hopes to hear from his daughter, I must say.
Eugene Mikotoba, Professor of Medicine at the Imperial Yume University.
Doesn't Yume mean like famous? Yume means famous. The Imperial Famous University.
A man who, earlier in his life, travelled to Great Britain to study the latest advances of forensic medical science. And of course, my brilliant father.
Excuse me! I don't know who the fuck this could be. Oh shit, who is this?
Excuse me? Would I be correct in thinking that you're to be my lawyer in court today? Yes, that's right, miss.
She's kinda cute.
Well, I want to thank you for agreeing to represent me. I swear on my life. It's a complete fabrication, fuck.
I mixed things up.
This whole thing! Ray Mambani, born the same year as I, and my greatest friend.
Ray Mombani.
Though unusual for a woman in our time, she works at the University Research Laboratory helping my father.
Is she a baddie for real?
And sadly, she's the defendant in today's trial, accused of committing a truly awful murder. Are you feeling alright? Since we started talking, you seem, well, to have become a little flushed.
Oh my, it's just that you look so gallant and dashing.
Sorry?
And when I fall under your intense gaze, it makes me feel rather bashful.
She down bad!
Goodness, I don't think she knows. She hasn't realized who I am.
It would seem our little plan for this trial is going to work.
Oh, what do you mean, Professor Mikotoba?
If even your best friend can see through the disguise, I think we can relax.
Or your best friend can't see through the disguise. Motherfucker.
Disguise?
Yes, I've never tried dressing this way before, of course, so I wasn't sure how convincing it would be. But this does make me feel a little relieved, as you say, Father.
Father? Is that you, Susato?
I'm so sorry I didn't tell you something sooner, Ray. It's just that...
No! What are you doing? What's going on? What? That varsity uniform, that varsity cap, that varsity cape, that varsity badge! Look at you! You look for all the world just like a student of the Imperial Yume University! A male student!
She was down bad!
I'm so glad you think so. It means all my preparations have been worthwhile. I woke at 4 in the morning to make a start.
But I don't understand. Why are you dressed like that?
Well, you see...
It was the only way. The only way she would be permitted into the Supreme Court to take on your defense in this trial.
My defense?
Yeah, dog.
Never before in my life have I felt so frustrated at having been born into this body.
Jesus Christ.
Courts in Japan are barred to women. We're not even allowed to set foot inside the courtroom. Despite the fact that the laws of the land apply to all people, male and female alike.
But women are forbidden.
Just for today, I'll be leaving my true self at the courtroom door, so that I can act as your lawyer.
Oh, Susato! You'd go to such lengths for me!
Of course, you're my greatest friend.
I really think her voice sounds a lot like the one I did for what the fuck is that? I'm Herlock Sholmes. It's the same voice.
I just worry that I shan't be the lawyer you deserve.
Oh no, I have complete faith in you,
Ray.
It's so strange though. I mean, you're such an accomplished judicial assistant already. And yet just because you're a woman. What a wretched reason. I mean, why shouldn't you be allowed in court? You're so gallant and dashing.
Ray, please don't look at me like that, with those flushed cheeks and doting eyes.
Oh, I'm sorry, it's just, you really do look so dashing.
Yes, you mentioned that once or twice.
Ha 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 ha! You should be pleased. It means you look convincing as a man.
I am pleased, I think. It certainly helped to bolster my confidence today. Ray, you're managing to put on a brave face in all this, but I can see through it. I've noticed your shoulders are slumped, and how you're trembling ever so slightly.
Susato, you do believe me, don't you? I didn't do it. I couldn't have. I mean, murder.
Of course. You have nothing to worry about. Your conscience is perfectly clean. Isn't that right?
Yes it is. Perfectly
absolutely no doubt in my mind about your innocence, which is why I'll stand by you until the bitter end in this trial. Whatever happens, I'll always be on your side, because that's what it means to be a defense lawyer.
That means so much to me, Susato.
Defending counsel! Court is about to begin! Proceed to the courtroom at once!
You should go in at once, Ray. If you're late, the judge won't hesitate to pronounce you guilty.
Oh! Stand aside!
I don't ever think I've seen her run so fast.
Well, Susato, you've certainly surprised your father. Going to such lengths to be admitted into the courtroom, and with no prior experience of being a lawyer.
There was simply no other way. That's all there is to it.
But father, I haven't known to have you.
I mean, I'm right in assuming that Ray doesn't know how it came to this.
Yes, quite right. I've kept that information from her. It would only worry her if she found out that no other lawyer would agree to take her case. I didn't want to burden her with that.
And is it true, the reason why every other lawyer is refusing to take the case? Is it really because of who the victim was?
We should be making a move now, too. As you know, law isn't my field, but I'll do what I can to support my student.
Thank you, Father.
So I want to know who the victim is. That's like the question.
I'm Susato Mikotoba, a judicial assistant. 8 months ago, I accompanied a student of law on a study trip to Great Britain.
Field trip, motherfucker.
But 2 months ago, due to unforeseen circumstances, I found myself back in Japan.
I forget what those circumstances were. They explained it, I don't remember.
How many times have I wished that he were here, I wonder? Still, I have no choice now, but to steel myself for the trial ahead. Wish me luck, Naruhodo-san.
I'm excited. I'm so excited. I didn't think they were going to make me play as Susato. That's an interesting choice. 13th of August, 9 a.m. Supreme Court of Judicature. Courtroom 1. If they do the music I think they're going to. Damn, she a baddie. Yeah, they are. Oh, here we go. Hold on.
The court is now in session to hear the trial of Ray Membani.
The prosecution is fully ready to proceed, Your Excellency.
Oh my god, look at her! Oh, look at her! She's so cute!
Defense counsel! Are you ready? Yes, Your Excellency. We are ready.
Ready!
Ah, yes, counsel. According to your registration details, your name is, Ryutaro Naruhodo. Is that correct?
Sorry?
Oh yes, I had to come up with a suitable male name for you for this little venture. So I'm afraid to say I simply put down the first name that sprung to mind. Well, counsel!
Yes, that's right. That's me. Yes, I am Ryutaro, he who has vowed to uphold the pride of the great Naruhodo clan.
Ah! It seems Ryutaro may need to consider how better to uphold his manly act first and not overdo it. And those wide eyes aren't doing you any favors either. Just relax and listen.
Naruhodo? A fresh face in this courtroom, if I'm not mistaken. But the name Naruhodo, would that perchance be...
You may be thinking of Ryunosuke Naruhodo, currently in Britain as part of a study program. This is, his cousin.
Oh, his cousin!
That's right. Ryutaro here has been studying in the provinces, but was called to the capital for his trial. I assure you, in matters of law, his knowledge rivals that of Tokyo's preeminent lawyers.
Any of them!
Dun, dun, dun. What a pitiful situation! Having been rejected by every lawyer in the capital, the accused has to call in a country boy. How dare you Susato is every bit as gallant and dashing as any of your Tokyo attorneys! I won't have you making fun of her! Her?
Please be careful, Ray!
What an unrefined tomboy we have here! But I wonder, is your gallant and dashing lawyer up to the challenge of defending you? His wide, skittish eyes very much suggest that he is not.
I'm so nervous. Now that I'm standing in his shoes, I'm starting to understand what Naruhodo-san goes through. Like it or not, eyes want to flit. Whatever that means. I wouldn't know.
The case to be heard on this day is a matter of great significance to our national interests. In fact, it would be reasonable to assume that the outcome of this trial may well affect the very future of our empire.
Just like the trial 9 months ago. And yet, for proceedings of such importance, we have this unknown yokel by the dock. Dear me.
Perhaps this would be an appropriate moment for me to assess the defense, to determine whether you are sufficiently competent to practice in this courtroom. 9 months ago, when a certain other Naruhodo stood where you're standing now. Jesus. This same judge tested him as well. And even though he was just a student at the time, not even of law, he passed the test with flying colors. For a trained and experienced judicial assistant like you, this will be easy. So, counsel, do you consent to answering some simple questions?
She's so cute. Look at her. Look at her.
Alright, it's time to prove myself.
Look at she's so cute. I like her in a little uniform.
Yes, Your Excellency! But please do make them simple.
Very well. To start with, you will state the name of the victim.
That is simple. I couldn't forget that if I tried.
What's the matter?
Now that I'm standing in his shoes, I'm starting to understand something else Naruhodo-san goes through. Like it or not, minds are want to blink!
It's not surprising, really. It's your first time in this position, and in that guise. Even a bright spark like you is bound to flicker and falter under the circumstances.
Oh dear, this is a dismal failure.
Don't fret. You need only to use the knowledge you've gained as a judicial assistant to overcome this problem.
Of course, the court record. Yes, the answer will be amongst all the key information about the case in the court record.
That's right. Just use E to open the court record.
Okay, I can't do that yet? Okay, bad.
Then you need to flip to the People section with E. And don't take too long over it. His Excellency is watching you closely.
Alright, check the court record with E. That's where the information I will need will be. It'll be there.
So the post-mortem report was after 2 p.m. Death is believed to be due to trauma to the victim's lung with a knife. Okay, so we have Yuji Mikotoba, Ray Mambani. 16! Never mind, she's not cute. She's not cute. I lied. I thought she was a university student. That's some bullshit. Giselle Brett! Victim of the case was a former British exchange student. What? Okay, yeah, whatever. Fucking whatever. Okay.
I'm waiting, counsel.
I just fucking crazy.
What is the name of the victim in this case?
It's Giselle Brett. She was like the assassin. That's crazy. What are you raising your hand for? She's so cute. She's an adult. I know that much.
The name of the victim who lost her life in this case is Miss Giselle Brett.
Giselle Brett!
A name that will never be forgotten in the courtrooms of our country, I'm sure.
Yeah, wait, she was the murderer.
Correct! And being a member of our empire's judiciary, you will be well aware of the significance of that name. So, let me pose another simple question. As you know, Miss Brett was a visiting student from the Empire of Great Britain. Why then is her name indelibly associated with our own empire's judicial history? Obviously, you wouldn't have forgotten that case from 9 months ago. But if it's proving hard to recall the finer points, everything you need is included in the court record.
Obviously, I still remember. That was the start of everything. Giselle Brett, behind the woman's student persona, was the face of... a killer.
Yes!
Yes! 9 months ago, a visiting professor of medicine at the Imperial Yume University was killed! And the culprit was... Giselle Brett!
Yes, she was a killer. At the time, our country had just signed a new treaty with the Empire of Great Britain. And it was in the midst of this delicate diplomatic situation that the incident occurred. An Englishman, Dr. John H. Wilson, Jesus Christ, was shot dead. I believe he was an associate of yours, Professor Mikotoba.
Oh, so I'm speaking. Okay, cool. Wish I'd fucking known that. I thought he was speaking.
Yes, I was indebted to the man. He'd been my mentor when I went to London to study forensic medicine. Indeed, it was I who invited him here to Japan as a visiting professor at the university. Naturally, the murder of an Englishman on our soil was a matter the government wished to resolve rapidly. Indeed it was, which is why a secret trial was conducted here at the Supreme Court. A student of the Imperial Yume University was arrested on suspicion of murder. A second-year English student by the name of Ryunosuke Naruhodo. With the help of his best friend, a student lawyer, the accused conducted his own defense and exposed the despicable crime committed by Miss Giselle Brett.
It was pretty fucking insane, I think.
Miss Brett eventually admitted to her crime. However, when questioned about the motive that drove her to take Dr. Wilson's life, she gave no satisfactory answer before the trial reached its conclusion.
Immediately after the trial, the British government brought its consular jurisdiction into play. We were unable to sentence Miss Brett according to our empire's laws. It was decided that she would be removed to Shanghai, China instead.
Why Shanghai?
There's a British consular court there. Correct! I oversaw the negotiations personally. The date of her transfer to Shanghai was finally settled upon only last week. All that remained of our empire's obligations was to see the woman safely on board a steamship.
And yet, the very day before her departure, the English woman was killed!
Oh, only the day before?
It was this fucking teeny bopper, big dog. No way.
That will do! I'm satisfied that the counsel for the defense is sufficiently capable of representing the defendant.
Oh! Thank you, Your Excellency! Over the first hurdle.
Now, a summary of the incident, if you please. Prosecutor Aouchi.
This fucking guy.
As is your wish, Your Excellency.
This fucking guy, dude.
The repugnant crime took place on the 11th of August, in broad daylight.
Oh, what a pretty place.
On the outskirts of the imperial capital, under a bright blue sky, at a secluded bathing spot by the sea. The incident occurred inside a small beach hut, erected for bathers to rest or change their clothes. The cause of death was a single stab wound to the posterior abdomen that pierced the victim's lung, an injury which proved fatal. There were two persons alone in the beach hut at the time of the victim's death. Miss Brett, in her bathing attire, and the accused, Ray Mambani. Accordingly, there can be no doubt of the accused's guilt, especially when we consider she had a powerful motive. The police arrived rapidly at the scene and promptly arrested the young lady.
How did they find out so fast is what I want to know. And what was her motive?
Well, that extraordinary description of events leaves me somewhat lost for words, I must say.
That's certainly true. The prosecution summary was full of words that raise an awful lot of questions. As a lawyer, I really ought to pick up the prosecution pick up the prosecution counsel and what he said about a powerful motive. That's the most important thing. Is what's the motive? Is what I want to know. You're clearly exaggerating. Powerful motive is a blatant overstatement.
Tut! Is the yokel boy using long words he doesn't fully understand?
I beg your pardon.
No matter! Let us put this to the accused, shall we? Mambani-san! You are a research student at the Imperial Yume University, I believe. Yes, I am! I'm working with Professor Miko Toba in his laboratory at the moment.
I can confirm that. The defense is an excellent assistant with a strong sense of responsibility.
Fascinating to hear! Now, another question. Prior to your work with Professor Miko Toba, whose research were you assisting then? I was studying under Dr. John H. Wilson.
Dr. Wilson? The visiting English professor who was murdered by Miss Brett 9 months ago?
Yeah, it doesn't look good.
The accused had a deep-seated respect for her former mentor, Dr. Wilson. Is that not true? Yes, Dr. Wilson was a wonderful man. Interesting. Then tell the court what deep-seated feelings you had towards the English woman who killed him. Well, obviously I was filled with hatred for what she'd done. A powerful hatred.
Oh no, Ray, please be careful what you're saying.
The motive was revenge. Plain and simple, Your Excellency.
Well, it was clearly a trap all along.
How wicked of him to use Ray's undying respect for her former mentor against her like that. I must find out more details, in something we can use to bolster our defense. As a lawyer, I really ought to pick up the prosecution counsel what he said about being alone together. That's what I want to know. Membani-san. I keep saying Membani, it's Membami. Membami. I fucking do it.
Yes, President Naruhodo-san.
I'm really starting to wish we'd made my alias Ryutaro Susato. Would have been easier, yeah. Please tell the court why exactly you were present at the bathing spots with the victim in the first place. And why you were alone with her.
Oh, well, no, that's not true. It wasn't like that at all. There were other people present. A detective who was guarding Miss Brett for starters. I was just asked to accompany Miss Brett as a companion, that's all. But let us be clear. At the moment of her death, you were alone together with the victim in the hut. You and no one else. The truth is, there was only one reason why this young woman accompanied Miss Brett on her bathing sojourn. It was the accused's last chance to take the victim's life. No! Because, as we know, the following day would see Miss Brett extradited to the British authorities in Shanghai. And the accused would never have an opportunity to dispatch her again.
I mean, sounds right to me. Kindly refrain from conjecture, counsel. I'm tired.
The prosecution counsel seems to be enjoying using provocative tricks like that. But for now, at least, we need to assemble more facts. Try not to let him goad you.
Oh dear, this really is terrifying. But Father's right, we need more information. Okay, so fuck it, the bathing spot? Why would I care? If I may, Professor Oji, I tell you, we'll find out in the next episode. I know we can't.
What do you want, you fresh-faced young yokel student?
Where's this? There we go. Okay, save. So that's adventures. So I need to save in slot 2. So I need to do. And for now, I'm gonna end the episode just because we're at 30 minutes. Thank you so much for watching. In the next episode, we will talk more about the bathing spot and progress further. But for now, I'm gonna get the fuck up out.